Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Neil Howard. Thank you so much for joining us for another segment of Health Professional Radio. In this segment, we're going to be speaking with Joe Gordon. He's joining us here from Bausch Lomb to give his unique perspective on the eye health industry. He's also going to talk about Bausch Lomb's recent IPO, the upcoming innovation pipeline, and what he's very excited about in this next chapter of the company. Welcome to Health Professional Radio, Joe Gordon. Thank you for taking the time this morning.
Hello, Neil. Thank you for having me.
We'll give our listeners a bit of insight into who Joe Gordon is and talk about your role at Bausch Lomb.
Thank you again for having me. I am the president of Global Consumer, Vision Care, and Surgical here at Bausch Lomb.
How long have you been in the eye care health industry?
Well, I've been fortunate enough to be with Bausch Lomb for over 11 years now. So very much enjoying the eye care industry. It's a fascinating industry, and I'm lucky to be in it.
Now, I've heard of Bausch for, my entire life. I've heard of the company, seen different commercials, seen all kinds of products. I assumed, I just assumed, and I guess no one should, that you had gone public a long time ago, but this is a very, very recent development, this IPO.
Yes, well, it's interesting that you note that you recognize the Bausch Lomb name. Not only consumers and patients, but doctors as well recognize Bausch Lomb as the number one name in eye care. So it's absolutely synonymous with eye care. So yes, we just went in this past May. We've made an initial public offering to the market for a standalone Bausch Lomb company, and we're all very, very excited about it. You know, as you said earlier on that you recognize the name, this is a historic 170-year-old company. We've got a 170-year history in eye care. So it's not too often that you get to take a 170-year-old company and make it new again and go on to as a standalone company on the New York Stock Exchange. So, Bausch Lomb, the reason probably why you know it so well is we've got a comprehensive portfolio of over 400 products that focus on eye care. We've got a global footprint with over 12,000 dedicated employees with presence in approximately 100 companies. In fact, interesting enough, over 80% of the world's population has access to a Bausch Lomb product. And once again, it is far and away the number one recognized name in the eye care industry.
Having been around for so long and being so influential, what was it about the industry now that prompted this launch?
Well, Bausch Lomb has we've always been, even though we've been part of, we've been independent in the past, but even though we've been part of another larger company, we've always been focused on the dedicated eye care arena. And we thought it was just an absolute great time in our history to take Bausch Lomb and bring it back out as a eye care focused company out into the marketplace.
So what do you see as being the state of the industry right now?
Well, the eye care industry continues to grow year after year, and innovation upon innovation. Interesting enough about the eye care industry, as the population ages, there is absolutely a propensity to consume or use eye care products as our patients and consumers age. So we think that, we're in a great position to take advantage of market trends and give doctors and patients and consumers what they need.
You mentioned the pipeline, the innovation pipeline. Talk about some of the innovations that you're very excited about as this IPO goes forward.
Yeah, I would love to. So Bausch Lomb is well known for bringing innovation to the marketplace for decades and decades. But some of the more nearer term pipeline products that we're excited about is one in the dry eye category. We have a product right now. Our working name is Novo 03. We're expecting approval of this product in June of 2023. Dry eye disease is one of the most common ocular surface disorders. Actually, over 18 million people are diagnosed with dry eye in the U.S. only. Novo 3 works differently. It works on the meibomian gland dysfunction, We believe it works faster and it's more effective, and there's a lot of excitement in the medical community about this product. Additionally, in our surgical arena, we're working on a product to bring a product to market. It's called Technolus Teneo Excimer Laser. There hasn't been, it's for LASIK surgery, and we're seeing a resurgence in LASIK surgery, and there hasn't been any innovation for over a decade now. So Bausch & Lomb plans to bring this to market, and we think it's just going to be a great addition to doctors' practices. And we plan also to build on our Lumify line extension. I don't know if you've heard of Lumify. It's a redness relieving drop that's had just great success in the marketplace. Quickly went to number one in the market. Quickly went to number one recommended redness reliever in the doctor's office. And we're going to continue to build upon that franchise. Also, we're very excited in 2023. We're going to build off of our infused silicone hydrogel launch that we did in 2020. And we're going to be bringing a multifocal to the market here in the U.S. And the silicone hydrogel contact lens market continues to grow. And we think that we've got a really, really great lens that the doctors love.
Is there anything that you'd like to add for our listeners? And then give us a website where we can learn more.
Sure. Well, always to learn more on about Bausch Lomb, I encourage everyone to go www.bausch.com. But I guess what some of the trends that we're seeing in the market right now, I think you'll all agree, we're spending much more time on our computer and looking at our phones, and the digital eye strain due to increased screen use is just really, really prevalent in the marketplace. And that's really affecting eyesight, irritated, blurred vision, eye fatigue, and overall discomfort. And there's other things, in the marketplace too that's really grown. The incidence of myopia just continues to grow. That excessive screen use has definitely contributed to an increase in myopia. Right now, we believe about 28% of the world's population is affected by myopia. We think that's going to grow to 50% of the population in the coming decades. So it's something that us folks in the eye care industry really, really need to pay attention to. And and interesting enough, we just had a survey came in from the Contact Lens Institute of the importance of our vision. And we actually they ran a survey, and we had survey results come in that it's just so important that they would give up many, many things to have good visions. Questions like, would you have $1 million and not have your eyesight? And the vast majority of folks just really just cherish their vision. Absolutely. And it's just one of the senses that just people just cannot and will not do without. So we believe that we're here. Bausch & Lomb can certainly help in that area and protecting everyone's vision.
And give us that website one more time, please.
Sure. www.bausch.com.
And that's BAUSCH.com, correct?
Correct.
Joe, thank you so much for lending us some of your time, and I'm hoping that we'll have an opportunity to speak again.
Thank you, Neil.
You've been listening to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neil Howard, in conversation with Joe Gordon. Audio copies of this program are available at hpr.fm and healthprofessionalradio.com.au. You can also subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, listen in, download at SoundCloud, and be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com, Health Professional Radio.